My parents' Christmas tradition killed my 6-year-old sister. I grew up with 8 siblings, and my parents were absolutely unhinged. They believed modern kids were too pampered, so they created their own twisted version of Christmas called Earning Your Gifts. What started as their sick idea of character building ended up destroying our entire family. Instead of normal Christmas morning, my parents would lock us in the unheated basement on Christmas Eve and make us compete for presents. They called it survival of the strongest and claimed it would prepare us for the real world. The rules were brutal. Fight for resources, the weak ones get nothing, and crying meant automatic disqualification from Christmas entirely. The first few years, it was just cold and uncomfortable. We'd huddle together, share what little food they gave us, and try to keep each other warm. My older siblings always protected the younger ones during these ordeals. But every year, my parents made it more extreme. When I was 9, they started withholding food for days before. When my brother turned 11, they began taking our blankets away completely during the coldest nights. By the time my sister Emma was 7, they were locking us in there with no heat whatsoever in below freezing temperatures. What we didn't know was that my parents had been live streaming our suffering to paying viewers online. They marketed it as extreme parenting reality show and charged people to watch children struggle through hidden cameras. The twisted viewers were paying for increasingly dangerous scenarios to test our limits. The worst part? They had been gradually escalating the danger each year because their sick customers were getting bored and demanding more intense content for their entertainment dollar. My youngest sister, Sophie, was always delicate. She was only 6 years old, underweight, and had severe asthma that required daily medication. My parents knew this, but thought coddling her would make her weak forever. The paying viewers had specifically requested to see the sick one tested, and my parents saw dollar signs. On Sophie's first survival Christmas, my parents did something absolutely unforgivable to our family. They took away Sophie's inhaler and told her she'd get it back when she proved she was tough enough to breathe without help. They separated her from all of us in a different part of the basement. We spent the entire first night trying to break down the wall between us, hearing her wheezing and crying for help. My older brother Marcus broke his hand punching the concrete trying to reach her. On the second day, her breathing became labored and desperate. When my parents finally unlocked our section on the third day, we found Sophie collapsed in the corner, blue-lipped and motionless from a fatal asthma attack. My parents tried claiming it was a tragic accident, but the hidden cameras told the complete truth. The footage showed them watching Sophie struggle to breathe and choosing not to intervene even when she collapsed. They were both sentenced to life in prison for negligent homicide and child endangerment. The rest of us were placed in different foster homes, and most of my siblings still have severe trauma around holidays.